Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Trybrarians. It's January, which means it's National Hobby Month, so we're going to be trying out some hobbies.
New things.
Yeah. So this is a pretty popular hobby that a lot of people have been trying out. It is a hobby that I started myself, but have recently learned that I'm doing it differently. So I'm going to be trying to do it properly, and Gabby is going to be trying to learn it for the first time. This is our second take of trying this.
It was not going well.
And we've learned that no matter how much I try, I don't know how to teach crochet. But luckily, our library has wonderful resources, including Creative Bug.
Which means you have access to these resources.
Yes, by just using your library card, you will be able to access Creative Bug, and you'll be able to learn a whole bunch of stuff, not just crochet.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool tutorials on there.
Yeah. So we're going to be following along with a Creative Bug tutorial off screen here.
And for copyright issues.
Yeah, for copyright reasons. And we're going to try and see if we can learn how to crochet properly and give it a try. How it's going to go.
How hard can it be? And from our last take, pretty hard.
It's hard for me to teach it. But...
Well, that's one of those things, right, where like one of the challenges of like picking up a new hobby is if you really like it, you want to share it with your friends, right?
Yeah.
But because everybody learns differently, it can be really hard to share your creative hobby with your friends. So we're hoping that that's where Creative Bug can help us bridge that gap, and then Claire and I will just be little old ladies, crocheting our butts off in the office.
Yeah.
We'll yarnify our office.
It'll be beautiful.
More than it already is. Right now it's just yarn storage. But
So first off, I'm gonna...
Do you want to cover what we need first?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over our supply list, because that at least I can cover. So the first thing that you need is a crochet hook. I'm gonna switch over to our zoom in cam here. So each crochet hook kind of looks like this, and you'll notice that there are different sizes. So this one I have is a 5.5 millimeter.
Mine's a 7.
They can even come in like 4.4, and they can get even smaller and even bigger than this. Each project that you're doing will have a different type of size crochet hook that you'll need, and it also depends on the yarn that you have. So that's something you'll have to pay attention to when you're doing your different projects. But luckily, most yarn comes with kind of like the basics of what you need to know. So this is just a cheap acrylic yarn, big twist, and it's got a couple of helpful things on here for us. So the first one is it's going to tell you how many skeins. So this whole unit is called a skein. So it's going to tell you how many skeins of yarn you need for an average project. So if you want to make a blanket, you're going to need 6 of these. If you want a sweater, 3 of these, and then hats and scarves are going to be 1. We're just trying to figure out how to crochet, so I think we're going to be fine with just 1 of these. It's also, if you rotate it, it's going to tell you the size that you need as well. So if you have a project that says you need a gauge 4 medium yarn, that's where you're going to look right here, and it's going to tell you what size or like how thick your yarn is.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's also going to be these 2 right here, which is going to tell you what size hook for crochet or what size needle you need for knitting. Since we're crocheting, we're going to be paying attention to this, and it says that we can use an 8 through 5 millimeter hook, and we're going to have success with using those hooks and this yarn.
This particular label shows the hook very scythe-like. It's a little intimidating on there.
I promise you it's not intimidating. These are blunt instruments, and you shouldn't be able to do any harm, except maybe get some blisters with it.
I mean, you can bring them on an airplane. People knit and crochet all the time. So clearly it's not like, use it properly.
Yes.
Also, we determined in our last run through that a more appropriate name for knitting needles is knit sticks.
They are knit sticks.
Trademark.
All right, so I'm in Creative Bug, and under classes, I'm going to go to crochet. There's a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to select beginning crochet, and there's a class that is called Beginning Crochet 1, and I think that's where we're going to start. So the whole thing, it's broken down into different chapters. So there's like an overview that's going to tell you what we're going to do. We are going to start with the chain stitch. So we can skip chapters, we can move around, we can replay them how many times we need them.
Which is one of the really nice features of Creative Bug, you know, based on what you already know or what you find yourself stuck on.
Yeah.
It helps. You don't have to like try to scroll through an entire, where was that minute break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really easy. And then it's like all there on the side. So you can click through. So you're like, I already know how to chain stitch. So you can just go to whatever crochet you want. So let's go ahead and start with the chain stitch.
First thing you always need to do when you begin crocheting is make a slip knot. So let me show you how.
Okay.
I like to wrap the yarn around my fingers and then push the long piece that's connected to the skein through the loop and pull on the loop and the short tail.
Ta-da.
It wasn't that easy. We tried a lot of times in the first video.
And now I'll show you how to hold the yarn in your hand. So I hold my hand up like this, wrap it around my pinky,
Wait, the working end?
cross in front of my hand, behind the index finger, and just let the
After I did my chain.
Because we've been practicing. That's the main thing with crochet. Of like, I was just talking to my mom who was lamenting the fact that she's like, I've been trying to learn crochet for 20 years and I've never done it. But it's also like you haven't practiced consistently for 20 years. So that's the thing. It's like you have to try it and then you have to keep trying it, which is the hard part.
Especially if, you know, we all have, I have that initial, like, I'm not good at it, I'm done.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of us are expected that way with, you know, today.
Yeah.
The world.
But it's okay. You can
okay.
keep trying.
Okay.
So,
Resume.
okay.
I'm going to hold it not how she's holding it.
have a framework that the yarn will feed through, and to have a little bit of tension on this section here, because that's what's going to help me hook the yarn every time I make a stitch.
Okay.
This is the way I like to hold the yarn, but there are different ways to do it.
I'm gonna hold it my way.
Feel free to find what's comfortable for you.
I don't even
The purpose is really to give some tension as the yarn feeds through your fingers and help you make nice even stitches. So to me, the important part is having the yarn come over your index finger so you have a little bit of a taut section there.
Cute dot.
And that's where I'm going to begin grabbing the yarn with the hook to make chain stitch. Chain stitch is really the foundation stitch or the casting on crochet.
What?
So,
So I'm putting the hook under the yarn,
Under.
grabbing it,
grab.
and bringing it down and sliding it through that loop. That's one chain stitch.
Eh.
To continue, I just grab it again, slide it through the loop. And it should just flow in one continuous motion.
It should flow.
Flow, just like this.
When you've done a few
hate you.
stitches, you'll
I've
want to
practiced.
Bring those fingers up so that you're holding right under the working stitch.
Okay.
It'll be a little more comfortable. You might also notice that as I pull the yarn through each loop, I turn the hook downward because that helps it slip through the loops.
Oh, I was kind of doing that intuitively.
Yeah.
Yes. Go self.
I also find it's easier to drop the skein of yarn on the floor.
We've just got a
than
giant
to
pile.
feed evenly. So just keep practicing until it feels nice and comfortable. And you want to focus on making a nice loose chain. If your chains are too tight, you'll have a really hard time with the next step.
Is this... Stop. Is that
Oh,
okay?
those are pretty loose.
Okay.
Mine are pretty
Now
tight.
you have a nice chain, and we can move on to the next stitch.
All right, you ready for the next stitch?
No, I mean, no.
Okay. Well, we'll practice this one for a little bit.
Okay. Now what?
All right.
I have a chain.
You do, and it's a beautiful chain.
It's wonky as heck.
No, but like, look how good your consistency started getting. Like,
What are you even talking about?
like up here? Like, look how much tighter they start getting.
Like my loops are
Yeah.
the same-ish?
Yes.
They don't look the same-ish, but okay.
Like, not down here, but like when you start getting closer, they get more and more uniform as you practice. Yeah.
I don't even know what you're like. It doesn't look that way to me, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Okay.
And
You're
keep-
improving.
I'm
Congratulations.
improving. Thank you.
I promise you don't have to be the snarky when you crochet, but it does make things a little more interesting. All right, now we're gonna go into single
it's just,
crochet.
Hi, I'm not taking myself too seriously at this whatsoever.
Now that you're comfortable with the chain,
crap.
you can move on to
Okay, so we
After a break to compose ourselves.
didn't do too bad for learning and relearning. Look at that! You did a thing. It's great. It looks like crochet from over here. That's the important.
Back up. from over there.
But you know, the important thing is that we tried a new hobby.
Yes.
We figured things out. And now we can move on to granny squares now that we know how to chain, because that is much easier.
Well, let's just do that. Okay, but this is actually really satisfying. So I mucked up real bad. Like this, I can't even pretend to like try to do another row.
Yeah.
Because I need more practice. But this is really satisfying.
So if you ever need to try again, you just simply pull and it comes undone. But yeah, we encourage you to try it out yourself. Try Creative Bug. There's a ton of tutorials.
Okay, no, I take it back. I'm actually really upset how easy it was to undo all that work.
But you tried.
I tried. How hard could it be? Moderately difficult for a first timer.
Yes, but it only gets easier with practice.
That's what we're gonna do.
And you can
Off
try
camera.
You can try Creative Bug. You can try YouTube. There's a bunch of other places. You can even come to the library and grab a book. We have tons of books on how to learn to
Or
crochet.
join us for some open lab time and give it a whirl yourself using our supplies.
Yeah,
Lots of options. Lots of options.
that's options. So thanks for joining us and trying to learn how to crochet and crochet properly.
I will keep trying.
That's the spirit. That's all we got.
I am determined because, theoretically determined, because there are so many cute things that are crocheted.
I know.
And I'm like, I want to make all the cute kawaii stuffies. Like all the little cute plushy things.
Yeah.
And then people make, because you use like the really plushy yarn. And those just like, I just want to squish them.
Yes, it is delightful.
Look, I made a slip knot without even having to redo it.
Look at that. You got the slip knot
Progress!
down. And you've got chaining down. You did that perfectly.
I did.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna keep working on it.
So keep
This will
practicing.
be me in like meetings from now on.
Just a 1,000,000-mile long chain.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna make a really long purple worm.
purple worm. That's all we need.
A danger noodle. A nope rope. I can keep going. But I won't.
I think I'm going to end you here. Or
All right.
end this here.
We are the Trybrarians. Be sure to tune in next time as we try more new things.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.